Hey everybody, Cole here. Welcome to this special edition episode of Classic Mini DIY. Now this episode is a little bit different than normal. This is something called a premiere, and what that means is that this video is just going live, assuming you're looking at this on the time I said it was going to go live. And if you're here when we first open up, I'm actually live in the chat on the side of this video here. So if you guys have any questions, now's the time to ask them because I'm going to be here for the whole duration of this video. Now, this episode is unlike other episodes. This episode is all about a huge surprise that I want to share with you guys. Something that I have been cooking up with 7 Mini Parts for a few weeks here, and it's something to celebrate the holidays. No matter which holiday you celebrate, one lucky person is going to win something really cool. Now, before we get started, before we dive into this whole super secret thing that I have covered up behind me, I do want to mention that 7 Mini Parts is sponsoring this huge giveaway and is offering a special discount code for you guys until November 30th. That should be popping up on the side of the screen here. That's good on orders of $100 or more, and it will get you 10% off your order. Now keep in mind this is for online store items, so you can't get 10% off a whole motor build, but this is for all the parts that you can find on their website, which should be showing up along the bottom of the screen. Now, as you guys know, 7 Mini Parts is my #1 part sponsor here in the United States. They are absolutely wonderful. They carry a wide range of parts, and they offer expert, I'm talking expert, machine and engine work right there in their shop in California. So if you're in the area and you want to get an engine done, you want to get a crate engine, something like that, they can actually put together a motor just for you, a custom built motor, and mail it anywhere in the United States. Now, as you have seen on my channel, if you've been following for a little while, they've done quite a bit of machine shop work for me already. Most recently, they redid my flywheel. Check that out. They do an incredible job, and I just want to say thank you so much for supporting the channel. And if you guys like what I do on the channel, head over to their site and check out some of the parts that they have to offer. Now, I know you really want me to get into this, don't you? But I'm not going to show you guys this just yet. I actually want to talk to you guys real quick about what's going on with the Mini right now. You probably saw on my last live stream that I thought I was going to have to pull the motor and do a complete gearbox rebuild, but thankfully, it was something super simple, and if you follow my Instagram story, you probably already know what this is, but it was the small rubber shift boot on the rod change, actual rod gear selector. And that's pretty frustrating. I am super glad that it was something small, but it kind of feels like it was so small and stupid, but it really will cause some pretty serious issues. So moving forward, not going to be using those little rubber boots. Mini part suppliers often offer this with a little rubber boot in it, but it can cause problems, especially on cars where you're using a quick disconnect on that gear selector. So keep that in mind. Something that seems huge and catastrophic might not be the end of the world. In this case, it wasn't, thankfully. But I know that you guys were really excited to see a gearbox rebuild, even though I'm definitely not a gearbox rebuild expert. I would be learning this kind of along the road with you. So instead of taking my motor out and rebuilding that whole gearbox, thankfully that is not something I need to do, I will be picking up a kind of rundown old rod change gearbox, and I'm going to be rebuilding that on the channel for you guys. So aside from that, I do have another huge surprise, but I'm not going to share that with you in this episode. But if you follow me on Instagram, I am posting hints here and there, so stay tuned there if you want to see all the super secret stuff that doesn't make it quite to this channel before it comes out or before I release it. But I think at this point, you're probably thinking, hey, Cole, shut the hell up. Show us what's under the box. What's in the box, right? Anyone? If you know that reference, post it in the comment section. But let's see what's under this secret box right behind us. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. 7 Mini Parts and Classic Mini DIY are giving away a 1275 high performance, big valve, ported, and plugged head. Now, to dive into this a little bit more deeply and to give you guys some more stats on this head so you have a good idea what you might be entering to win here, it is a 12G 1316 head. So that should be showing up here, and I'm gonna leave that up. Now, what that is a 1275 head, so it is made and machined to work on a 1275 motor, and they are often referred to as smog heads. Now, left unaltered and as stock, they get kind of a bad rap, and that's because most of the stuff, most of the things that went on inside this head were made specifically to help with emissions. Now, often as things go, when you're trying to aim for an emission standard, they don't necessarily aid themselves to performance. But while everybody is all up in arms and great, yeah, I want a 1275 Cooper S head, these are actually higher performance when tuned and modified in the way that this one is. This is quite literally the highest performance and flow head you can get for a 1275 engine. Now, one of the things that makes this so much better is that the valve guide boss on these are much smaller. So it makes it a little bit more robust than, say, a Cooper S head, which is often what most people are trying to get for their 1275 motors. Now, in addition to porting this head and plugging all of the kind of emissions ports and everything inside, they've also upped the valve size, which means more air and more fuel goes into the combustion chamber to make a bigger explosion. And so what this has been upgraded to is 1.4-inch valves, which is pretty damn big. This is a nice flow head. Inevitably, I know that there are probably questions even in the live chat right now. Can I use this on a 998 engine? And the short answer, if you don't want to do any machine work whatsoever, is no. This 1275 head cannot be directly placed onto a 998 block. That said, I am in the process of doing a rebuild of a 998 motor. It's pretty much done. We just have to kind of align to finish up that build. If you haven't seen that yet, it should be popping up in the corner. This is a way that you can use a 1275 head on your 998 block. Now, that is probably going to be the best way to get high performance out of your 998, or at least the most performance possible. Keep in mind that that does involve machining small indents in your block to relieve the space and allow the valves to open up down into the cylinder. So it does take some work to do if you do want to put this on a 998. That said, it is technically possible if you do a little bit of work. But this is directly compatible with any 1275 motor. The only difference being that if you have a 9-stud head like I do on my motor, this one is an 11-stud pattern, so you will need to add 2 additional studs to your block or omit those. I don't really know if you can omit those, so in the live chat, if anybody knows that, definitely please post that, because I don't know at the time of filming this. Now, what do you guys think about that? How excited are you? How exciting is it that I could partner with 7 Mini Parts to give away a $700 US head for you guys this holiday season? Now, I guess I haven't mentioned how long is this giveaway going to be running. So this giveaway is going to be live from literally the moment this video went live all the way until December 25th. On December 25th, I'm going to select a winner. I'll contact you directly, and then that winner will be announced on an upcoming episode. So, just like with all of my other giveaways, there's a link in the description that you can head over and enter in. There's a few ways you can do only once. Those are the big ticket ones, get you the most entries. And then there are additional ones that allow you to enter every day. Don't forget to do those, because those are hugely beneficial in getting you more chances to win this beautiful cylinder head. Now, there is one additional entry piece that I wanted to add because I wanted to help share the love. And this Christmas, I've picked a single mini YouTuber to be part of this giveaway, and that mini YouTuber is Tom from Total Car Reviews. So, in addition to subscribing to my channel and subscribing to the newsletter for your main set of entries, you can also subscribe to Tom's awesome Total Car Reviews channel and get some additional entries that way. So a huge shout out to him. He has a wonderful channel. He is doing all sorts of really cool stuff, and I know some secret projects that might be coming up in the future, but I won't tell anything like that. I'll leave that to him. But that wraps up this episode of Classic Mini DIY. And a huge thank you again to 7 Mini Parts for supporting this channel throughout all the years. And here's to many more years of our continued partnership and lots of awesome giveaways. So until next time, folks, enjoy those minis and motor on.